Hello, welcome to Crafts and Stuff with your host, me, Rachelle. Today we are going to make a little fairy house, okay? So you'll need tubes, paper towel tubes, toilet paper tubes, wrapping paper tubes, although those are narrower. This one is going to be using cupcake liners for the roofs, but you don't have to. You can cut it out of paper. And then speaking of paper, all kinds of pieces of paper, whether you have colored paper that you can work with, construction paper, white paper, and you do it with your own crayons or markers, that's fine. Okay, so we shall start by taking our paper towel holder, paper towel cone thingy here, whatever this is called. Okay, the center, and we're going to cut out about the size we want for the house. Okay, and then make sure it's somewhat level. Okay, that's a little leany. Although if I put the leany part as the roof, nobody will know. There we go. All right, so we want to cover the outside of it with paper. We have a choice of all kinds of glues. Your regular old Elmer's type glue takes a long time to dry. So if you were to wrap this around there, I would suggest maybe putting an elastic over it, disappearing for a while, and then coming back. When I craft, I'm impatient. I don't want to wait for that. Glue stick, in this case, will not hold. Glue sticks are great for paper on paper when it's flat, not paper on paper when something is not flat. It doesn't hold very well. The windows on this were done with the glue stick, and as you can see, they're coming out. We have regular tape, and I love double-sided sticky tape. Those will work just fine. And of course, there's always glue gun. I love the glue gun because it is fast. It dries right away. But it is a hot glue gun. So you do have to be careful, and there should be, I would hope, adults around. Okay, we're going to put the paper on this, but I'm going to start with the double-sided tape. I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the end. Let's get you out of the way. And put, right. And then when it meets, I will cut it off. There's a little bit of an overlap here. And then I will do my hot gluing. You could do another double-sided sticky tape. You could use a piece of regular tape right down here, because this is going to be the back, so depending upon where you keep your fairy house, nobody may see it. Now my paper is definitely bigger than my tube, so I'm going to trim it so that they're the same size. Okay, I'm on. Not the neatest trimmer, am I? And then I'll trim this side. I'll try and be a little neater. There we go. Now we have the basic house. The fun part, you get to decorate. So, which one of these colors? I want the purple. Make a purple roof. Oh, take them out again. You need two. Okay, get you out of the way. All right, so we got two of those. That will be the roof. I don't need this pink paper anymore. So before I put the roof on, because when I go and put the doors and the windows and whatever else, the roof might be in the way. So we're going to decorate the front of the house. So for a door, you can draw this out with a pencil and then cut it. I'm brave, I guess. And I'm going to freehand the whole thing. So we're going to see how even my door comes out. Now that isn't too bad. Now if you take your paper and you curve it just a little bit, like that, then that will help if you are going to go with one of these glues. Okay, that will help hold it a little bit. But, you know, since we're using my fave, I really didn't need to do that. So there's a little glue on here. And where's the back? That's the back. So there's the door. All right, every door needs a knob. This is going to be lots of fun. I'm going to have to cut a really little circle. And then I'm going to have to glue a really little circle. It's going to be a big knob. But you got to be able to get in. Little fairies can't stay outside of their fairy houses. So they need a knob to get in. There we go. All right, and then windows. Let's do the windows. Let's have some exciting windows. And that way I can follow the lines so I can cut them out. About how big? Okay, so I'm just going to follow that line right there and that line right there. I made myself a rectangular window. Then I'm going to use the other one to trace the next. Nope, same thing. I could follow the same lines. That was a smart move on me to take plaid paper for the windows. Okay, now I'm going to do square windows, but I think on that one, yeah, on that one there I had round windows. It doesn't matter. Triangle windows, diamond-shaped windows. And after you put the windows in, if you want to, you can put little paper curtains in the windows. Now you do want to put your windows down a bit. You don't want them way up here. If they were way up here, they would be covered by the roof. Okay, because that's, so I'm hoping, I can see the window. And then we're going to do the second one. And pardon me, I'm going to turn this around so I can make sure that they're somewhat even. There we go. Got the windows. Now I'm going to take this, and I am going to, be better if it was a solid green, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut out some bumps, because I think this fairy house needs a bush, right? We're going to put bushes in front of this fairy house. So I'll put some bushes right next to this door. Wait, next to the door. There's only one door. Uh-oh. Glue does dry fast. That's why I like about it, but sometimes it dries too fast. There we go. And then I'll try and make another little bush for the other side. Of course, you don't have to make bushes. You could make trees. If I had brown, I could put a trunk and then put a tree on top. That would have been pretty cool, but I didn't bring brown. Of course, I could use paint or crayons, a marker, and I could make the trunk and then put a paper leaves on top. There's so many things that you could do when you decorate your own fairy house. Now, I'm going to put, you don't need to put a chimney, but I am going to put a chimney just to show you how to make a chimney. So you need, whatever color your chimney is going to be, cut yourself a rectangle and then start to roll it. You could also, if you had straw, you could cut a piece of straw and glue that down there for the chimney. But I have paper. If a straw is at home, but with me, I have paper. So let's roll this up. Little glue right here. There we go. All right. I am going to use my glue stick. Wow, I'm at the end of my glue stick, to hold the two of these together. So I'm going to put a little glue in here. Very little glue. And then put that one on top. So I could have done that with this, with any of those. I could have done that with the tape. But I'm going to use the glue stick. If I use this is a very, very, very thin paper. And if I use the glue gun, I just would be afraid that it would cause little bits of ripples on the top. And I don't want that. Okay, so now we're going to put the glue all around here. Be very careful when you do this. There is such a thing called gravity. If you're holding it this way and the glue runs down there, you could burn yourself. So be very careful. Okay, there is my roof. Now, as I said, you could have cut a great big circle. I have no idea if this is going to be the right size. I'm just cutting a circle. Okay, you could cut a great big circle, and then you put a snip to the center, and you overlap them like that. You could have done that sort of thing for a roof also. This was just easier. Right, and then a whole bunch of glue on the end of this thingy, and stick my chimney on right there. Hope you're going to stay. All right. Look at that cute little fairy house. Glue strings. Yay. They're all over the place. You like spider webs. Yuck. Right. cut that out. Get off of me. But there we go. There is a little fairy house. Isn't it so cute? Now, I suppose you could cut the door partially open and then fold it so that it does hinge a little bit. You could do that. I would not recommend doing it to the doors and the windows, because then I would be afraid you would lose, the house might collapse. There'd be less of it that's all attached to each other. But opening the door a little bit, that should be okay. Make sure, of course, though, you don't do it on this side, because it would be where the doorknob is. So let's see how that looks. Let's cut right along the door. Maybe I shouldn't have suggested this. That's not easy to do. There we go. Fold it right there. Come on. There. Now if you, well, I'm going to need glue. That's right. I didn't glue the pink paper to it initially. Those darn webby things. Cut it out. All right, so now I've got the little door, so I can actually open the door, and if I had tiny little fairies, I'd be able to put them inside their little house. But either way, whether you have a door that opens or whether you leave your door as is, they're just so cute. And I do hope that you have fun. You had fun watching my show, that you have fun making your own fairy houses, and that you enjoy playing with the little fairy houses, whether you go with the easy roof or a slightly more difficult roof. Not that that was really all that hard. All right, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and happy fairy house making.